Hello everyone, let's continue my wonderful stock thread, and now I will show you one of the most powerful and most influential companies in the world, and that's Exxon Mobil. Well, Exxon Mobil is leading petrochemical company, maybe just behind Saudi Aramco, but as a company from so-called free capitalist world, company which is freely floated and traded on exchanges, it's probably the largest and greatest of them all. Now, it has very long history because I think it's made, I think I know for a fact that it's made from two companies, Exxon and Mobil. And their history dates back to days of Standard Oil and during the Rockefellers. So, but this wouldn't be long-term fundamental analysis. This, of course, would be trade for us to see how it has trended. And let's start with the 90s and look how it has performed. Now, this stock has long history of several companies, so it wouldn't be that colorful as other stocks I have traded, but I wanted to show you because it's very important for that. Now we could see since the mid 90s it has risen from $15 to only $2,100. So the rise was not nearly that high, but that's due to its cyclical nature and to the fact that it merged. So this chart is not that objective for true historical perspective, but nevertheless we could see that there are several good trends. Now I will show you even better in daily chart how they have looked, and given the fact that this is very cyclical company, it still offers you plenty of opportunities to make money. You could actually compare it to trading stock or oil for that matter. So we have two small uptrends, and then when the oil fell, of course this company fell with the oil price, so there was one little downside risk. It actually was a lot smaller than actual fall of oil prices. So if someone holds ETF in oil, you might consider to hold stocks in the oil industry rather than raw commodities in that matter. So let's continue that and see that in 2016, yes, it rose only slightly and then actually continue its fall. So you could see, if we could compare this to other markets, stock market rose rather significantly at this point, but Exxon was flat. It was right up until late 2000, even beginning of 2019, up until late 2020, because this was the time here precisely when COVID hit and all economies were in downturn. But surprise, surprise, it provided profit opportunity for short traders, and recovery also meant it had couple of good uptrends here in 21, and then from autumn 21 right up until now. Why? Because this was the same time when oil prices increased rather significantly. So what I could say this about purely as a means of trading stock, well, this is cyclical company and its fortunes are tied to energy markets. So don't think you will make fortune if all market is making fortunes, because as you could see in this time from 2016 till 19, broader markets did well, and you actually wasted your time and money if you traded Exxon for years. But at the same time, when markets collapsed and oil prices collapsed, it provided short-term trend. That's good for traders, but that's not very good for long-term holders of these stocks. And then it rose because oil industry and oil prices rose, and there were energy crises. Since this is energy producer and it owns a lot of oil and gas fields, it was the primary beneficiary of that oil crisis. So should you trade it? Well, I could say you that you should consider it. Maybe it wouldn't be not nearly as good trading instruments as something as S&P or some really hot technology stocks, which are simply traded more because they have more hype. This will be always tied to commodity prices and energy industry. I'm not saying it will be better than industry as a whole. Well, it might be alternative for holding it in comparison to holding physical oil ETFs, well, this is a different story. That's about investing, but in trading, well, I think you should consider it very, very, very seriously whether you should actually trade it. My personal opinion would be like to better trade simply S&P indices, where you can go long and go short with ease, because in the indices always something will be happening. But now these kinds of moves, when it rose from $30 to $113, is an exception rather than norm. If oil prices will be stable and energy markets will be stable, I doubt that energy stocks as a whole will be very interesting for you to trade. As a holding, maybe. As a trading, I rather doubt about that, because historical prices have showed us that before. But nevertheless, I think it's important to illustrate my point that it could be huge company, it could be great company, it could be very important company, but that not necessarily means it's great for trend traders. For trend traders, maybe it's better to trade some altcoins or some really hot commodity or currency pair which fluctuates a lot. And that's the market that you have to understand. You don't do it for someone to pose you that you are trading important stock, but for you to make money. And that's that. So stay tuned, wait for my next videos. There will be plenty of more insights in these matters. So bye.